Evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. So we ended the last episode as we were preparing to enter orbit around the moon, so let's pick up where we left off. Let's use those 2 seconds of fuel to put us in an orbit. A very terrible orbit, but it is an orbit nonetheless. I'm not really sure whether that's of any use to me at all, because I do need to fly by and return to Kerbin. But again, I have absolute loads of fuel left, so there's no reason why I can't just ditch this stage like that, and then using this stage, which is much more manoeuvrable, I hope, we can do some things. I mean, I think if I can get low over the moon, I can get some more science, so let's do that. Let's accelerate out to our apparatus around the moon. Again, I'm sort of just making this up as I go, because I didn't plan. Oh, we left the moon sphere of influence. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we left it travelling really fast as well. Ooh, that's not good at all. Okay, my instruments have let me down there. Yeah, right. It's okay. It's okay. Let's. I think if I go around to the apparatus and then slow us down. Would that work? That would work, wouldn't it? Trying to look on the actual fuel I have in here. What have I got? What Delta V have I got? I've got 3,528. I can get home from anywhere. Okay, that's fine. That's not a problem. So, yeah, let's go round to apparatus. We might get another encounter with the moon. I think we're moving too fast for that, though. Yep, we're moving way too fast for that. I do also need to keep in mind that this has now made the mission a lot longer, and Valentina is on the edge of running out of water, food, and other bits and pieces. Yes, she has 3 days of food left. When it goes down to 1 day, her mission is complete. So, yeah, we did gather scientific data from the moon, didn't we? Oh, recover or transmit. Oh, I could transmit some back. I think we will do that. Well, I do have to return anyway. So, yeah, we're okay. We're okay. We're fine. Right. So. Okay, let's this is not as manoeuvrable as I thought it would be. It is just running on the reaction wheels in the probe. The engine that I ditched a little while ago, I don't know where that is now. There, that does have a reaction wheel on it. I am leaving all my debris on, so I know exactly where it is and what's going on with it. And I will not be deleting debris. If I want to try and get rid of that, that's going to have to be a craft to come and do that. That's the idea. And push space and do that. That's. I'm going to bring it down to 60. There we go, 58. That's fine. I want to skim the atmosphere and not come in, because that would be fast. That would be really, really fast coming in there. And I can fire the engine again when we're there to slow us down anyway, but I just don't want to explode whilst I'm in the atmosphere. I think what I am going to do is Forget what I'm doing there. No, don't open, don't aim the camera. Open it up. Get the data. Where is it? There it is. And we are going to transmit back what we can. Just in case things go wrong and goes boom, I would like to get that science. I know we'll have to redo the mission, but I want to get the science. That, I feel, is somewhat important. So, let's rotate ourselves around. That would put the ground above us. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, then let's try and turn my solar panels again against the sun. Something like that will do. You can stop now. Okay. And let's head down to Kerbin. I think I will fire the engine just as we get in the atmosphere. Well, that may be a little too late. Yeah. Well, we're not travelling too fast. 2,300 isn't particularly quick. So maybe it would be fine to actually do this in the atmosphere. I want to point kind of retrograde already though, so I'm prepared. When we get in there. And now, here we go. Right, I do have 2 minutes of fuel left, so I want to fire at about 1 minute. Yeah, about 1 minute to periapsis. Which might be the atmosphere, it might not, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it's going to be, no, I think it's going to be slightly outside it. Right, what I'm going to do is set myself on the equator there. And fire the engine now and see what happens. Does that have a gimbal? Yes, it does. Oh, right. Didn't know that. Okay, we are in the atmosphere. We are obviously slowing down, so hopefully things will be okay. I'm going to put the dish away because that'll blow off in the wind. Kind of keep retrograde, I suppose. It makes sense. And let's just go through and wait for the engine to burn out. Well, we don't have to wait for the engine to burn out actually, because we are going to be coming down straight away right now. So I think actually if I fire the engine some more, could I get to the KSC? Could I actually try and land something at the KSC? Would that be actually possible? I would have to point myself north slightly. Slightly more than that. Okay, right. Yeah, I think I might be landing at the KSC. This would be a complete fluke. Definitely did not plan this. But I'll take it. I'll tell you that much. It's very rare I actually do manage to find the KSC and land it again. Although now it's a lot easier to find because it's marked on the map. Not that it was difficult to find. It does poke out even on the main map. It pokes out a fair bit. But actually landing at the KSC is an art in itself, which I am not very good at. There are many people out there that are fantastic at actually getting their rather bomb-looking thing, but yeah, getting their crafts to actually land at the KSC. Yeah, there are people that do impressive things. They come from orbital speeds and manage to land on top of the hangar. It's you know, fantastic. Whereas I obviously managed to fluke it a little bit, and nope, I've slightly undershot the KSC. That's okay. That's not really a problem. I mean, I could fire the engine and try and get myself up a bit. Nah, much probably risk or doing something weird. Oh, we're actually going up again now. Whoops. The irony of that would be thinking that I could have powered landed this. Actually, probably could have done that. It probably does have enough oomph to do that. Although the Terrier engine isn't well known for atmospheric flight, so probably not. Let's just fall out the sky a little bit. And we'll deploy our chutes when we get down to about 2,000 meters. Oh, that was the complete wrong button there. Okay, drop down a bit. And we're going to land, well, close to the KSC. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's fair enough. Okay, so we're coming down for a touchdown, and I'll fire the engine just a little tiny bit, just to make it look like I did a pad landing. Look at this, look, it's fantastic. And we're down. I know that was a pad landing, but there, who cares? So yeah, we are back, we have returned, and our mission for Valentina has succeeded as well. So lots of science gained, and lots of money gained. We're up to 1.2 million now. That was a very profitable mission, but we have to bring Valentina home. She has been orbiting for 30 days and 3 hours, and she probably doesn't have very much food left at all. Have a look, see here. She's got 4 days worth of food left. Yeah, that's a little concerning. 4 hours worth of food left. But that's okay, because it'll only take her a few minutes to come down. So, yeah, I guess it's her turn next. Well, all systems are looking good. Doesn't seem like anything has broken or gone wrong. So, yeah, 30 days. This craft appears to be working pretty well. Obviously, food and water we are pretty much dead on. It doesn't give me a time for the food and water, unfortunately, because they don't tick away over time. They don't tick away in. What's the word here? They have an interval. Kerbals eat 3 times a day. So, obviously this mod can't tell you how long it's got left, which is why you have Kerbalism, I suppose. Tells you there, we have 4 days left. I suppose I could change that so they constantly eat food, just very slowly. Not sure if that would be a good idea or not. We'll allow this mod to work with it, but nah. Anyway, let's speed up time a bit and get round to the sun. There we are. We have Moho in the distance, and we basically want to bring her down. So, try and rotate around a bit. This is extremely slow, so time there. Go. And suppose this is as good a place as any, to be honest with you. So let's just fire that engine and slow us really badly down. I'm going to pretty much just use all the fuel up in it. That would probably stop us dead. And then we can come down more directly. But I'm fine with that. That doesn't particularly matter. We have still got this little engine here. Obviously, the only drawback to that is that this does not have its it doesn't have any SAS control. So, yeah. Okay, so ditch that. Signal lost with the probe. Oh, the probe's back on again. Yes, there is a little probe core in the end of that. So, I could have actually just fired that a little bit. I could have disconnected this and then brought that down separately. I forgot about that. Doesn't particularly matter. But now we have no control. We have no SAS on this at all. So we are going to just rely on wind resistance doing its thing. And I think I will just fire the engine off when we're somewhere closer to the ground. I think. Why not? Okay, so we're approaching 10 kilometers and we are still travelling pretty fast. So I think I will fire the engine back now. Slow us down a little bit more. The little Terrier doesn't really have enough effort to actually make this a powered landing. So that wouldn't work at all, although I might save a little bit of fuel and see if I can land with this part attached as well. Give us a little bit more money back. Let's deploy this parachute, shall we? And even with the engine firing, we are coming down at 9 meters a second. It's a little bit slower. Okay, let's slow us down as much as we possibly can. Oh! And we lost the engine, but we did save a lot of other things. So I'm happy with that. And most importantly, I think Valentina is happy with that because after a month in orbit, she is finally home. And from that return, she obviously doesn't bring any science with her, unfortunately, but she does bring a little bit of money. Not a great deal. I think we got the money from the contract being completed last go, because it didn't tell you how to recover it, just said we had to put her in orbit for 30 days. So yeah, I think that's why we got the big boost of money last time out. But it doesn't really matter because she's back, she's advanced to level 1, and we can set our sights to something more now. So having a quick look here at what contracts we can take, we do have a few ferry tourists, like a lot of them, but that's okay because that's a lot of money. Test some things, but also we have science data from around Kerbin. And it dawned on me that when we went to the moon, in a high orbit, we get a lot of readings from the goo container. And of course, the materials lab would be the same. So if I could send a scientist up, he could get out of the pod and reset the containers. And we could send a small craft up and just get all that science and bring it back down again. So I think we're going to accept that. Again, it's not a great deal of money, but it is science. And the other one is we have to rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit. Park 2 vessels next to each other in orbit around Kerbin. They don't actually have to dock. I'm not sure whether we want to take that one yet. I don't see the point of putting a station up there yet. So I think I might leave that one for the minute. We have the Tesla small landing gear and the launch pad. I think we'll take that one because that's just really easy and quick to do. What we would need to do, however, to EVA is to upgrade one of these vehicles via one of these buildings. That would give us patched conics. That's 250,000. Is it the astronaut complex we upgrade? Yes, Kerbals can perform EVAs and pump flags. So we're going to need that, which is a fair bit of money, but worth it. And I'm also going to do this one here because that's just really going to help us. I don't need to do the ambient building or the space plane hangar or anything yet. I think that's all okay. all the science. We're nowhere near completing our science tree yet. We do have some more science, but I don't really know what to go with, if I'm honest with you. I think this is where we're going to run out. So if I complete all these nodes here first, then we can have a look at upgrading some more. So let's grab the big engines, and I suppose we can grab the little ones as well. Although we can only unlock one of a node, so is anything that's really useful to us. We could set up a station with some construction on it. Not really sure if that's worth doing yet. We'd also have to launch parts up to it rather than mine them from somewhere. Although I'm tempted by that, but I think for the minute I'm going to hold off on that one. I think we'll sort that out. Having an orbital station would be a good idea, but I don't think we're quite ready for that yet. Plain bits and pieces I don't particularly need. I'm not getting any missions to do with temperature scans and that on Kerbin at the moment again. I'm also not very good with planes, that's what I should say there. I'm not a big fan of them because I'm not very good with them, so I'm much more of a rocket person. Right, so we've got to test that leg there. We also do have the large parachute we can unlock. Actually, I may unlock this one to get that Bon Voyage autopilot. I could build a little rover and send it off on Kerbin. I could send it driving off on Kerbin and just let Bon Voyage do it and come back to it every now and then to grab the signs that's on there. So I'm thinking I might do that. There we go. Apparently we get that for free. Awesome. So yeah, I think that might be done. I do have this unlocked for free right now, so I could exploit that. But no, let's purchase that. And purchase that. Was there any other things I wanted to purchase that was here? I cannot remember. I don't think we need lights. Of course, I can purchase all these whilst I'm building things, so if I need them, then I'll purchase them there, I think. But yeah, so let's build a tiny little rover to go exploring on Kerbin. And here is our very first little rover. It turns out that we've actually got 2 experiments that can be redone. We do have lots of goo containers on this. I didn't put the material bays on here because it just made it look really weird. So just go with a small rover, just basically to test out Bon Voyage, that's all. I have used this in the past, but it's been a very long time. So let's have a look, see here. What do? We go pick target on map. Go to the map mode. There we are. We are currently there. And I say we want to go over there. Let's go over there. So we pick target on map. Nope. That's not what I want. Set to active waypoint. I'm not entirely sure how this works. Pick target on map. Doesn't appear to work. Something is wrong. Yes, you're not landed. What? What do you mean we're not landed? I think you'll find we are. Turn the reaction wheels to SAS only. And let's go for a bit of a drive. I do need to remap my controls to move the rover wheels off of the same controls as the reaction wheels. Which you can do. You can swap them over so you can drive that and still use reaction wheels at the same time. But I always forget to do it, and then when you've got these set to full mode, you push W to drive forwards and the thing does a forward flip. Right. Okay, I think you'll find we are definitely not landed now. So, there we go, pick a target on map. I'm going to go with, let's say, there. Why not? Okay, and go. Unmanned, 80% speed penalty, so it can only drive very, very slowly. But I'm absolutely fine with that because basically it's just going to go. It's just going to drive off and do its thing, really. That was the idea of it. I think everything's fine with it. Obviously it is slowing down because I'm rolling faster than it's allowed to be. But yeah, I think overall this will just go off and do its thing. I do believe it sort of pauses when you're within physics range or somewhere. So if I go back to KSC, this will just sit here and do nothing until we go away again. So I might watch it for a little bit, just to get over these mountains here, or these hills here, just to make sure it is working. And then we shall carry on with other things. So I feel I just need to clarify something here, that I'm an idiot. Bon Voyage is not a rover autopilot mod. That's not what it does. It's not like MechJeb, which will drive your rovers to their destination and back again. What Bon Voyage does is when you don't have the vessel loaded, it will over time move it to different locations. So rather than seeing it actually physically driving the map here, like you can see, we are now rolling backwards because we don't have any control over the vehicle. I will deactivate that for the minute and drive up this hill myself. But yeah, it doesn't actually drive the rover, it just does it in the background and moves it slowly over the surface. So once this would be out of range of the KSC and I go back and do other things, over time on the map view this would just move. When you go to the active vessel, it would just be sat there. It wouldn't be moving at all. It would almost be like it's just stuck. But yeah, that's how Bon Voyage works. It's not actually a rover autopilot mod. So yeah, I kind of realised that just after I stopped recording the last segment, and I just had to go and read documentation on it just to make 100% sure. There are some good things about that though. As you can see here, I am struggling to get up this hill. Really badly struggling. I believe that the way Bon Voyage works is that it kind of ignores slopes and other bits and pieces. So you could tell it to drive up a mountain, and I'm pretty sure if you left it for long enough when it's not loaded, it would arrive at the top of the mountain. Don't quote me on that, I've never done it, but I believe that's how it works. So yeah, that's just kind of what I think it does. So yeah, said I will drive over this mountain, I will turn it back on again, and then we'll get back to science. And we are go for launch with the high orbit science vessel. I'm sticking to the same sort of design of craft because it works. The 4 boosters feeding into the center one and then dropping off, it works, so I'm going to stick to it. This does of course have a second stage. I suppose it'll be a third stage technically, but yeah, it's got another higher stage to boost us up into a high orbit, and then a tiny return stage to come back again. So hopefully this will do the job, and Jebediah and Bob can go up there and get all that wonderful science from high in Kerbin's orbit. And here we are in space. We're not quite orbital yet. We will be dragging back down again, but I've still got fuel. So, but we do have a new science experiment, a in space near Kerbin's water, an EVA report. So I think Bob is going to be our first Kerbal to step out into space. He's the scientist. That does make sense. So Bob, you can leave the capsule if you dare. And we are in space, an EVA report. Yes, welcome Bob. Welcome to space. I did put mono-repellent on here. This pod doesn't have mono-repellent by default, so I'll put a container here for it. So yeah, we're going to be fine with that. Okay. So, you can go for a spacewalk. Let's go for a small spacewalk, Bob. Look, there is Kerbin. The big round planet below you. How does that make you feel, Bob? I think Bob's excited. But we shall have to continue this adventure in the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.